Former THA Secretary Cynthia Alfred passes at 84. 9 million is the budget for the Tobago October Carnival. Division of Food Security launches Agri-tech Summit, and TATCO ready for Tobago October Carnival demands. Good evening, I am Bianna Brebner. Welcome to the Tobago Updates Television News for Tuesday, 15th October 2024. This evening we begin with some sad news. Former Secretary of Community Development and Culture and the first female Deputy Chief Secretary Cynthia Alfred has passed at 84. Alfred was the first female to sit in the office of the Deputy Chief Secretary from 2001 to 2009. She was a cultural officer before she ventured into politics and was instrumental in helping many villages create their best village scripts. Alfred was also responsible for writing a trilogy for the Heritage Opening Night entitled Then and Now. These plays were performed between the years 2005 and 2007. Cynthia Alfred also served as a senator during the 5th Republican Parliament. A Facebook post by the THA Minority Council remembers Alfred as a great contributor to education. The post continued that her passion for uplifting the lives of women and youth and her relentless advocacy for the people of Tobago have set an inspiring example for all of us. The PNM Tobago East constituency also expressed condolences. Alfred was a member of the People's National Movement. We at Tobago Updates express our sincerest condolences to her family and friends. Now to this. As the 2024 Tobago October Carnival quickly approaches in the coming days, Chief Executive Officer of the Tobago Festivals Commission Limited, Kern Kawan, was a guest on our Tobago Updates morning show, where he shared updates on the carnival preparation, including this year's budget for the event. Reporter Joe Sheldon has the details.
According to TFCL's CEO Kern Kawan, the budget for the 2024 Tobago October Carnival is $9 million.
It's always been the 9 million, and we are, at the point where we are doing the work to support that.
Okay.
He said this budget considers stakeholders.
So this budget is an all-inclusive budget based on what we need to do to support all of Tobago, all of our stakeholders, all of our viewers, all of the masqueraders. Everybody that has to be a part of the carnival has been considered in this budget.
Kawan said his recent appointment as a CEO of the commission has not interrupted carnival promotions.
Well, it hasn't impacted it at all because most of the promotion was already in place and has been rolling out since July. They have been doing promotions in Trinidad and up in the region. But let's look at the figures. Right now, we have no flights. Right now, you can't, you have to look around to get a booking somewhere. That tells us a story that there has been information out in the region and external to Tobago that there is carnival happening in this space. So there is enough to tell you that there is going to be a bumper presence of people for the carnival.
Since the launch of the Tobago October Carnival, concerns have been raised about its impact on Tobago's role in the national carnival. However, Kawan assured that both events will offer distinct elements.
In terms of transitioning kiddies carnival and those sorts of things, what would not be happening in October can happen in February. So the intention is to have a separate feel to both spaces, not just to abandon February, but to make February different from October.
Joe Sheldon, Tobago Updates Television News.
Staying with Tobago October Carnival. Ricardo Alfred, chairman of Tobago Agribusiness Development Company, TATCO, declares that they are ready for the demands of the Tobago October Carnival 2024. The carnival is set to take place from October 25th to 27th with a host of pre-carnival events and fetes. Here's Adana Kombi with more.
With the Tobago Carnival fast approaching, pre-carnival events, fetes and other activities, it is expected that a high demand would be made for the services of TADCO as revelers and partygoers participate in events. Traditionally, masqueraders, supporters, onlookers and all persons participating in carnival events hit the streets with drinks in hand. Chairman of TADCO, Alfred, is confident that these demands can be adequately met, having engaged the use of cold storage trucks.
Right, so currently what we would have done is definitely utilize our cold storage truck. So I can say to Tobago right now, we have a very large abundance of ice. This morning there's going to be an exercise where we have the capital of Paradise here, who's also producing ice as well. So we're going to be seeing that truck up and down from the vessel to the cold storage unit. We definitely are prepared for right now for that increase in demand for ice in a very large way. We are 1,000 times better right now.
He stated that TADCO is currently providing additional storage for the increase in ice that will be made available.
Right now we are making space in our cold storage to store a huge abundance of ice. So I think we are ready.
Alfred also spoke about the plan to continue upgrade works on the cold storage units, which are utilized by several stakeholders in the industry, claiming that some of the equipment has been in operation since the 1970s without any upgrades.
Our cold storage unit, definitely we are doing some work on it in terms of making it better. You know, these units are made up of compressors and condensers, in which after being in operation from since 1970 something, these things were never changed. So we are changing a few. So definitely, you know, we're doing some good work.
Adana Kambi, Tobago Updates Television News.
We'll take a break and come back with more. Stay with us.
Blue food came from dasheen locally. We look at dasheen, which when you boil it, you get a blue coloration.
Are you ready for Tobago Blue Food Festival 2024? Join us on October 20th for an unforgettable celebration of Tobago's unique cuisine. Enjoy live cooking demonstrations, local music, and cultural performances throughout the day. This festival has something for every palate. It's all happening October 20th in Bloody Bay. Visit TobagoFestivalsCommission.com for more info and make sure you're part of this one-of-a-kind culinary event.
Wednesday, October 16th at the iconic Pigeon Point Beach from 12 noon to 7 p.m. with the All-Stars Band featuring College Boy Jesse and Ding Dong. Guest artist Mama Nappy and Readiness. Your DJ's Mighty Crush and Selected 3D. Your MC, Snoopy. This is a $600 premium all-inclusive event. Get your tickets now at Sands Fashion, D Coliseum Mall, Jade Monkey, Lust Restaurant and Lounge, All City Mall, Gonzalez One Stop Shop Scarborough, and Takers Beauty Supply Sport Mall. The after party is at Jade Monkey Bar and Grill. For more info, call 483-2264, 742-1674, or 731-5916. Runaway, Wednesday, October 16th at the iconic Pigeon Point Beach, Tobago.
Welcome back. The biggest challenges for farmers creating a need for innovative, technology-driven solutions. This is the foundation for the newly formed Tobago Agri-Technology Services Limited, which is launching its inaugural Tobago Agri-tech Innovation Summit. The summit aims to bring together technocrats, farmers, and other stakeholders to strategize on ways to help food producers become more climate resilient. More from Candice Jackson.
The first mission of the Tobago Agri-Technology Services Limited TAGS is to host a summit focused on building climate resilience through technology. Called the Tobago Agri-tech Innovation Summit, Secretary of Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development, Letitia Charles Panton, stressed that this summit is essential to support farmers who are struggling.
We are living in an era of profound change, one marked by unpredictable climate patterns, food security risks, and increasing pressures on our agricultural systems.
One of the biggest concerns faced by farmers is the increasing intensity and frequency of heat waves.
Most of the farmers, they complain about water, right? The extreme heat and the inadequate water, right? And with this summit, they'll expose them to alternatives, yeah?
TAGS is introducing farmers to alternatives like rainwater harvesting and retention ponds. However, they hope the summit will expose farmers to even more solutions for these and other problems. Alicia James, chairman of TAGS, explained that technocrats from Trinidad and Tobago and across the Caribbean will participate in the summit.
So that's why we have Mr. Kumar Singh, who has some experience within the field, and I think he also was engaged in certain institutes as it relates to the topic as well. And we also have other technocrats within this space who are well aware, which also attached to the different institutes.
The summit is expected to cost the division between $2 and $3 million. Secretary Charles Panton explained that the budget for the event was made possible by savings accumulated from changing the World Food Day venue from the Dwight York Stadium to the Food Hub.
So in doing so, by chance, we happened to use the Food Hub, which took away a majority of the cost that was channeled into hosting World Food Day, right? It cut the budget significantly. So we're able to put funds into the summit.
Additionally, a registration fee will be required to help offset some of the costs. The goal is for Tobago to become a leader in agricultural innovation in the Caribbean. The summit, scheduled for December 2nd to the 3rd, is open to all farmers, fishermen, and stakeholders in the agriculture industry. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
Civil groups in Tobago are learning the intricacies of applying for Freedom of Information requests. The Caribbean Natural Resources Institute, in collaboration with the Environment Tobago, hosted a session at the Scarborough Library to guide civil society groups on how to request information from the government about developmental projects. This initiative is part of a broader mission to strengthen citizens' environmental rights. Reporter Candice Jackson has the details.
If citizens are not empowered,
if people are not, then people get unhappy, then people do other things to other people, and then the world becomes a mess.
According to President of Environment Tobago, Bertrand Bakari, it is why he believes civil society should know how to hold their government accountable.
The people here need to understand that they have recourse. In this case, the Freedom of Information Act applies to Tobagonians just as easily.
With several major infrastructure developments, such as hotels, on the horizon, Bakari wants Tobagonians to understand they can access detailed information about these projects.
Since the laws are sort of more in favor of the landowners instead of the general public, the public itself needs a place to come from to defend their rights. The rights themselves are not actually all that transparent, and therefore the public needs education.
This initiative, in collaboration with Canary and funded by the European Union, aims to raise citizens' awareness of their environmental rights, according to Senior Technical Officer Dallas McDonald.
But the intention really is to provide information, unpack essentially the Freedom of Information Act, and to help civil society organizations understand what role this could play in their advocacy, in their access to information, to inform how they engage on the many issues that are of importance to them.
She, however, underscored that it is not meant to create an adversarial civil society that opposes every development.
The role of civil society in environmental governance is not one of distrust, mistrust, or one intending to, serve as an obstacle to economic development and progress, but one of partnership where we, via requests for transparency and for information, full disclosure of information about how we as citizens can be impacted on various issues.
McDonald stated that development should be able to occur with minimal environmental impact, and citizens need to be empowered to help ensure this happens. Candace Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.
During the Caribbean Week of Agriculture, which was attended by the Secretary and Administrator for Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development, as well as the Chairman of TADCO, an agreement on advanced fishing technologies was signed. Here's more from Adana Kombi.
In an attempt to build capacity and strengthen regional relationships, Secretary Natisha Charles Panton, Administrator Sherry-Ann Edwards-Louis, and the Chairman of TADCO, Ricardo Alfred, signed an agreement with the Minister of Agriculture of St. Vincent, the Honorable Saboto Schofield Caesar. The agreement focuses on advancing shared fishing technologies and is set to provide benefits for both islands. Chairman of TADCO explains what inspired the conversation leading to the agreement.
Just to give us some background behind it, the capital of Paradise have been doing a lot of regional work, and definitely a lot of our neighboring countries would have definitely seen that work and want to get involved. So the trip to St. Vincent was quite important.
Mr. Alfred provided details about the content of the agreement, including the services that will be provided and the benefits to both parties.
They wish to get involved in the longliner industry, in which they are going to be purchasing 4 vessels, and they would like TADCO to assist in managing those for them while providing some transfer of knowledge to their fellow countrymen and build capacity as well.
The agreement sees TADCO providing a great deal of consultation. According to Alfred, they are currently ensuring that things are done in the right order as per the agreement. He also noted the great benefits to Tobago, highlighting the branding and networking opportunities. When asked about the period of the agreement and the management of the vessels, Alfred stated that the process would be tedious and would not be a walk in the park. He estimates a period of between 18 to 24 months for a full handover. Adana Kambi, Tobago Updates Television News.
You're watching the Tobago Updates Television News. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates. More news after this.
Tobago Carnival is just around the corner, and Bethel Credit Union has you covered. Whether you're prepping for costumes, parties, giveaways, or a staycation, it's all within your reach with our Carnival loan sale. For as little as $900 a month, yes, $900 a month, you can get the funds you need to make this Carnival season unforgettable. At Bethel Credit Union, we're here to make your celebration dreams a reality. Visit us today or call 639-8226 for more information. Normal lending criteria applies, because we see you at BCU.
Tell them I can't do even bother calling me. Tell them I can't. I said tell them I can't do even bother calling me. Tell them.
Coconut's Cafe, the buffet restaurant that specializes in all your tasty local dishes. For breakfast and for lunch. Breakfast includes coconut bake and sada roti, served with chokers, bull joil, and sausages in tomato sauce. Not forgetting beef and cheese pies, shepherd's pie, macaroni pie, and rice in various styles. Meats served in a variety of flavors, garden salads and pasta salads. All this accompanied by fruit juices, coconut water, your choice of a great combination to appease your taste buds. So call us today to order, as we are here to accommodate your busy schedules or if you are having a cooking day off.
Attention soldiers, are you ready for the ultimate mission for Tobago Carnival? It's time to gear up for Army Fed Operation Rocks Glow.
I feel like I'm running tongue again. No place like home. I'm in the center, I'm in the center.
We're taking the vibes out to the countryside, where a premier cast of live entertainment will be pumping all night long. Army Fed Operation Rocks Glow. Join us on Thursday, 24th October at the Sid Grace Sporting Complex, Roxborough, for the high-energy Wear White Soca Bashment Rocks Glow. Army Fed Tobago. Operation Rocks Glow.
Blue food came from dasheen locally. We look at dasheen, which when you boil it, you get a blue coloration.
Are you ready for Tobago Blue Food Festival 2024? Join us on October 20th for an unforgettable celebration of Tobago's unique cuisine. Enjoy live cooking demonstrations, local music, and cultural performances throughout the day. This festival has something for every palate. It's all happening October 20th in Bloody Bay. Visit TobagoFestivalsCommission.com for more info and make sure you're part of this one-of-a-kind culinary event.
Thanks for staying with us. The annual World Food Day exhibition begins tomorrow, Wednesday, 16th October, from 10 a.m. at the Shaw Park Food Hub. The two-day event is expected to host many service providers and vendors in the agriculture and agro-processing industry. There's more.
The Secretary of Food Security, Natural Resources, the Environment and Sustainable Development, Natisha Charles Pantin, said the World Food Day event is designed to accommodate the host of stakeholders under the division. She said the event will boast demonstration of the production process for some items.
So you would have demonstrations on how to make coconut oil, how to extract honey. You'll have a lot of demos, dancing the cocoa, you'll be able to dance the cocoa.
When asked why it was important to demonstrate the production process, she said it was a way to spark interest in the industry.
Because a lot of people, when we go into the groceries, we just see the coconut oil and we don't appreciate how many coconuts would go in just a little bottle, a 500 ml bottle.
Additionally, it is hoped that the demonstrations allow for an appreciation of the craft of agro-processors.
Right, I'm learning to debone fish, right? You'll get a lot of displays. You'll see how to harvest rainwater, for example, right? So we'll have a lot of, demos happening so that you understand the craft of people and how difficult it is to actually become a stakeholder under the division and to appreciate everyone.
Secretary Charles Pantin referred to the two-day exhibition as an experience and highlighted that a space will be provided for children as well.
And of course, you'd have a kids' corner, right? The 4-H club, they would have present a kids' corner where the children would be able to embrace different things like a petting zoo. So it'll be more of an experience along with an exhibit.
The official opening ceremony will begin at 1 p.m. on Wednesday. Some of the produce that would be available include local fresh fruits and vegetables and agro-products. Adana Kambi, Tobago Updates Television News.
The Tobago Business Chamber is calling on the Police Service Commission to evaluate the effectiveness of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. In a video message, Chairman Martin George emphasized that crime remains a significant concern for citizens and little action has been taken to hold the TTPS accountable. He explained that the Police Service Commission is responsible for monitoring the TTPS performance.
We need to hear from them. Let us see what measurable indicia they have used and criteria to come up with their assessments on the performance, because the general public has already weighed in and given their views on the performance and the way they feel in terms of public trust and confidence in the TTPS.
According to George, the Police Service Commission has previously acted to remove commissioners and other key figures who were deemed not to be fulfilling the TTPS mandate.
There has to be a better way, and therefore I call upon all of us to make that sober, mature reflection and consider what needs to be done, what changes need to be made. And if we assess performances and find them wanting, then difficult but painful and hopefully effective decisions will then have to be made.
George stated that he supports the TTPS and the government's effort. However, citizens of Trinidad and Tobago cannot continue to live in fear of criminal elements. The Division of Settlements, Public Utilities and Rural Development held a grant distribution ceremony on Monday, 14th October 2024. These grants, townhouses and lands were distributed to Tobagonians who needed home repairs, housing or land. According to Secretary of the Division Ian Pollard, a total of $8,665,000 were spent on grants.
In the last fiscal, the division distributed, including today, $5,865,000 in grants. And in comparison to this year, we were afforded $4 million in grants.
He also shared that there will be some changes to the grant policy to accommodate Tobagonians in need.
So there will be changes in the grants policy. The Executive Council is yet to approve it. But it's high time that these grants meet those persons who really, really deserve it.
Pollard also mentioned that there are plans to give recipients materials only to cover extensive work that some homes require, as the funds given may not be able to do so. A total of 191 families received funding. The grants range between $15,000 and $20,000, whilst others range between $35,000 and $50,000. The weather report is next.
Drop down there with a lot of pretty girls down there, down in Tobago.
Now for the weather update from the TNT Met office. Tonight is generally fair despite odd isolated showers. Temperatures will drop to 26 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow's outlook is a fair spotty showers, particularly during the early morning, will interrupt a generally hot and sunny day with mild haze. Overnight will be mostly fair. Daytime temperatures will rise to 33 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 37 degrees Celsius. Seas will be slight to occasionally moderate with waves near 1.3 meters in open waters and below 1 meter in sheltered areas. Sunrise at 5:52 and sunset at 5:44. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Here's a recap of the headlines before we go. Former THA Secretary Cynthia Alfred passes at 84. 9 million is the budget for the Tobago October Carnival. Division of Food Security launches Agri-tech Summit, and TADCO ready for Tobago October Carnival demands. I am Bianna Brebner. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night.